all the nut eaters. There's enough planets out here in the world. Keep eating nuts, right? So another thing, before I get into the Jay-Z thing, two things. One is I'm pretty much sure y'all all heard by now that Lil Durk got hit with another murder for hire charge, which is kind of crazy. These poor brothers, man. Like, I hate to see it's like a pattern that just don't end. Like these dudes just repeat a cycle, and it's like it's the same cycle. It's like they can take one hamster off the wheel and just put another one on there. We're giving them the option to get off the wheel, and it's just like a whole street line of niggas, right? And that wheel, that hamster wheel, is just the streets, and you just run on it until you go to jail or you get killed, right? You know, so it's like the bottom just open up, whoop, and you just drop in, right? Or you could just jump off on the other side. But it's a whole line going down, wrapped around the corner of niggas just waiting to get in the fucking hamster wheel. Like, dudes been seeing for generations and generations and generations and generations and generations and generations that gang banging, drug dealing is going. You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught, and niggas just still get online. Not me. Not me. All right. So Chicago rapper Lil Durk, who is already accused in a murder for hire plot in Los Angeles, is now linked to a deadly shooting outside of a youth center on the city's far south side in 2022, according to a report. Damn, that's just 2 years ago. Recent unsealed court documents linked the 32-year-old rapper whose birth name is Dirk Banks to the murder of 24-year-old Stephen Mack or Stephon Mack on January 7th, 2022, outside of the youth center in Roseland. The court records allege that Banks was the mastermind behind the murder for hire plot targeting Mack retaliation for the murder of his brother Dante Banks, who was fatally shot in 2021 outside of a nightclub in Harvey. The warrant application was initially filed in April of 2023, but was unsealed ahead of Banks' detention hearing and his murder for hire case out of Los Angeles. Charges have not been filed against Banks in connection with Mack's murder. In late 2023, charges were brought against Preston Powell and Anthony Montgomery Wilson and what authorities called a murder for hire plot that resulted in Mack's death. Federal investigators were able to link the duel to Banks using text messages, phone calls, and social media posts. Banks has already been charged in connection with a separate murder for hire plot targeting Georgia-based rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Terrell Bowen, over his suspected involvement in the killing of emerging Chicago rapper King Von in 2020 in Atlanta. Banks is among 5 accused in the 2020 plot, which ended in a deadly shooting that claimed the life of Bowen's cousin, 24-year-old Savion Robinson. That's that. Well, I guess he ain't charged yet. They just saying he's linked to it, which means what? Eventually, he will get charged. Oh man, these young ones, bro. He just gonna get another indictment. Yes, Lil Durk is he's done. I he oh man. I don't know what to say. Chicago. Yeah, I got to get it together, young ones out there, man. It's okay to have peace with one another. It's okay not to kill one another. Don't let them niggas trick you out your freedom. Your mother ain't birthed you to bury you. Now,